Hello and welcome to my NFL Mock Draft 3.0. My first 1.0 was on this account, second one was on my other account, but I decided to switch back to this account. Alright, let's get started. There are four top elite players in this draft: Sammy Watkins, and sorry for misspelling these two, Khalil Mack, and Jadeveon Clowney, and Greg Robinson. With the first pick, I think Houston, they need to take Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney's hype makes him seem a once in a decade type of player, but I don't believe that. But if he is, they can't risk him. St. Louis, Greg Robinson, he has a potential to be the next Orlando Pace. He's very athletic. I believe Jake Matthews is better, but Greg Robinson has more potential. Jacksonville. Jags want a new defensive identity. And the commander-in-chief is usually the linebacker. Look in San Francisco. So I can see him taking Sammy Watkins, but I think they should start off with a good defense. So with the fourth pick, Cleveland, this is a tricky one. I can see him taking Johnny Manziel, but I think if Johnny Manziel gets past 8 and 12, we'll get furthermore into it when we get to the 12th pick, but they didn't take the best available player, and that's Cleveland. Cleveland takes Jake Matthews. Cleveland's allowed the third most sacks in the league. They can get a QB later on, whether it be Bridgewater, Carr, or even Manziel. Oakland, I can see him taking Sammy Watkins. Honestly, I think this is the team that will trade out just because Reggie knows what he's doing and he wants more picks. So don't be surprised if they trade out with the Bills who want to get Sammy Watkins. Atlanta, Aaron Donald. Falcons are tied for the 29th most sacks. That's horrible. They need someone that can help right away, and that's Aaron Donald. Tampa Bay, Mike Evans. Vincent Jackson's getting older, and this can be the next Vincent Jackson. And Mike Evans needs to improve a little bit, but I think he's a great receiver. Minnesota, so like I'm saying, it can be Johnny Manziel, but Blake Bortles is more the prototypical type of quarterback, and so I see Minnesota just want to have a stable quarterback. Buffalo, Eric Ebron, they need to help out. Stevie, he can be the next Vernon Davis or Antonio Gates. Detroit, I think Justin Gilbert's a better cornerback than Darqueze Dennard. He will fill a huge hole that they needed to fill. And Tennessee, Odell Beckham Jr. They've never had a good receiver, only one. They need a number one, so. New York Giants, Taylor Lewan, they need to protect Eli. Simple as that. So, St. Louis, Clinton Dix. It can be Johnny Manziel, but I think that's just a huge smokescreen because they want someone to move up and they want to trade out. But honestly, if they don't draft Johnny Manziel here, he's going to fall way far. Chicago, Darqueze Dennard, because they need a good cornerback. Pittsburgh, they need Calvin Pryor. Troy can help him so much. Both of them can be a dynamic. Dallas, I can see him taking Johnny Manziel, but this whole mock draft is based off the best fits for the team. I honestly don't think they'll take Johnny Manziel, but they need Zach Morton to protect Romo because Romo's already had a couple of surgeries, So, Baltimore, Anthony Barr. He, in my opinion, is the second best linebacker in this draft. He should be a top 5 pick, but people found out about Khalil Mack and everybody. If it wasn't for Khalil Mack, Anthony Barr would be a top 5 pick. The New York Jets. C.J. Mosley, Rex, is all about defense. He's a good inside linebacker and could help out. Miami, they need a good cornerback, so Kyle Fuller. He should be a quarterback, but I expect them to trade out. Arizona, this is a tricky one. It could be Johnny Manziel, but in my opinion, Derek Carr would fit in good with them. He has a good arm. Him and Larry could work good when Palmer retires. Don't be surprised if it's Johnny Manziel, but Green Bay, Ryan Shazier. He, Matthews, and Hawk can be a great duo together. Philly, Jason Verrett, they needed the best cornerback available. They have no cornerback, and they need to forget about Osmo, Rogers, Cromartie, and Samuel. Kansas City, Marquise Lee, they're not going to get a quarterback. They'll work it out with Alex Smith, most likely, and they need to take the pressure off Bo and Jamal Charles. And they lost Dexter McCluster. Cincy, D Ford, this pick can go anywhere. They need someone to help out and get to QB. So San Diego, Lewis Nix, they need to find a good rush attack. So he will be the identity of the defense now. Cleveland, here's where Johnny Football goes. There has to be one QB left, whether it be him, Bridgewater, Carr, or someone. He, in my opinion, is the most NFL-ready quarterback. Him or Teddy Bridgewater. I personally hope he doesn't fall this far, but it's a very huge possibility that he falls this far. But I believe a team like Dallas or Rams or maybe even the Browns at 4. Oakland, long shot though, but honestly, he's going in the first round, but I don't think he'll fall this back, but it's a very good possibility. New Orleans Saints, DeMarcus Lawrence, they need the best defensive player available. Carolina, Brandon Cooks, they need a young receiver to develop. They have no receiver right now for Carolina. New England, Tim, whatever, they need a better rush. Unless the top secondary players are there, they need to get him. Denver, Bradley Robbie, they need a cornerback. They need the best available cornerback because Champ Bailey is left, and Rogers Cromartie. Seattle, Coney Ely, 2 of their best linemen have left. My bad, I don't know where the picture is at. Thank you, subscribe, and I might make a new mock draft before